Alright guys, how's it going? I'm just gonna do like a weekly video just for something for me to do, I guess, and if you guys care to watch it, good. If not, just for me because I'm gay. Just like recap last week and like look forward to the next week and just a little discussion for you guys. This isn't me. This is gonna be a video where I'm talking shit or promoting my team. This is the commissioner speaking. So I'm just gonna run through last week's matchups and just see what you guys think. Any surprises, any predictions? Because I know a lot of people don't do the league pick'em. So the first matchup last week was Ricky versus Jake, and looking through the scores, I believe it was the highest, maybe the highest scoring game. Jake won 173 to 159, so a relatively close game. Came down to the Sunday and Monday night games. Looking through the scores is pretty close. Nobody really underperformed greatly. Trent Richardson didn't have a very good game, but everyone else pretty much hit their projections or a little over or a little under. For Jake, his best player was Matt Ryan, followed closely by LaShawn McCoy, who had a pretty big game. Then Vernon Davis were his top three scorers. Ricky's top three scorers were Victor Cruz, who had a big game, 3 touchdown catches. Followed by Tony Romo, followed by Jermichael Finley. So they both had some, followed by Matt Forte. Finley was fourth, close, a couple points behind Forte. But yeah, pretty good game. Came down to the LaShawn McCoy, who had to cover, I think, like 6-7 points, and he did. The next game was Yakko versus Romeo. And this was a pretty big, pretty big blowout. He lost by 149 to 94. Looking through, Yakko's team pretty much hit their projections. Not that that means anything, but Spiller underperformed pretty big. Fitzgerald overperformed a little bit. Dalton overperformed a little bit. For Romeo, oh wow, yeah, Ridley, Pettigrew dropped pretty much a goose egg. I know how that feels. Had him last year. Lamar Miller had a bad game. Wow, three people on his team combined for 5.2 points. T.Y. Hilton didn't have a very good game, so yeah, he got some screwery there. The third matchup was me versus Ben. Very close game. I won by less than 4 points. It came down to last night as well. I had a big game from Kaepernick, got me 50 points. Roddy White fucked me with 3. David Wilson really fucked me with -2. Everybody else pretty much hit their projections. It was close. Ben had a big game from Deshaun, Owen Daniels. Jones Drew didn't help out much. Calvin Johnson only gets 7 points. That's a big surprise. Scott versus Mike. Really like Mike's team this year. Yeah, Peterson had a big game. Jason Witten had a big game. For Mike, Fred Davis didn't do too well. Fred Rice had a pretty good game. Reggie Bush, big game. Marshall, pretty good game. Welker, pretty good game. Cam Newton, a little underperformed, but yeah, Mike won that game 166 to 147. So about a 20-point game, pretty close. And the last matchup was the highest point scorer of the week. Great expectations, putting up 212 points. Almost beating his opponent by 100. Des Bryant didn't have a good game. Fucking butterfly. Kill your ass. Sudfeld, yeah. Get 0 points. That sucks. Never good when your player gets a goose egg. Yeah, Derek's team. Great expectations. Bolden, 46 points. Reggie Wayne, 23. Vincent Jackson, 28. Peyton Manning, 77. Tough to beat that team this week. Keyword being this week. Alright, looking forward to next week's matchups. Start off with mine. It's at the top of my screen here. Okay, Pebbles, you're gay. Me versus Foxy Madness. I expect stop being gay. I expect myself to win that game. Then we got Jake versus Scott. Their projections are within 3 of another. I'm gonna go with Scott here. Wouldn't be surprised. It can go either way though. I'm not really favoring one team too heavily. I'm just thinking Brady has a big game Thursday night against the Jets. A little bounce back from the close call in Buffalo. Against Buffalo. Another matchup gonna be a good one. Ben versus Ricky. I really like Ben's team. If Megatron doesn't get shut down, I think Deshaun Jackson gonna have a big year. Hopefully for him, Jones-Drew has a big game. Yeah, I like Ben in this one, but Ricky has a solid team. It's gonna come down I think it's gonna come down to who performs better, Romo or Wilson. Wilson's facing San Francisco, so that'll be a tight matchup. Matchup after that, Brett versus Romeo Zach. I'm liking Brett in this one. He has a pretty good team. Some stars. Breeze. You got Breeze against Tampa Bay. Just put up some points. Andre, Dez, Sproles. Hopefully Sudfeld can get off. Sudfeld can get some points though this week. He's only projected for 5. Again, projections don't mean anything. It just kind of gives you an idea of what they're expected. But Romeo could have a good team. If Ridley plays to his expectations, doesn't put up minimal points. Jamal Charles, I know he got a little banged up last week. He left the game. I don't know if he came back or not. Didn't see too much about that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick Brett in that one. I think he can win that game pretty handily. Then we got Yakko versus Mike. This is going to be a good game. 2 good teams here. Mike's 2 receivers, 2 running backs, tough to beat. Got a pretty solid squad there. Yakko has CJ Spiller. Wonder if he'll do better this week. I'm pretty sure he was outperformed by Fred Jackson last week statistically for fantasy. I'm gonna go ahead and give the slight edge here to Mike, just because I really like his 4 starters, his 4 all-stars. I think they can carry him to victory. But that game could go either way. I think that'll be the best game of the week. Come down to the wire. Then the final matchup, Dark Side versus Expectations, John versus Derek. Yeah, I'm not expecting 70 points from Peyton or 40 from Bolden, so it should make for a better week here. I'm gonna go with Derek, but a close game. I think Peyton will do good against his brother in New York. Vincent Jackson against the Saints. Shaky secondary. Reggie Wayne against Miami. Derek just halfbacks. Alfred Morris didn't have too good of a game. Fumble or 2 last night in the first half. Monte Ball, don't see him getting much production. But that'll be a close game too. Also, you got Foster and Marshawn Lynch, so they can have big games. I'm gonna favor Derek in that game, but it could come down to the wire as well. Yeah, so that's all the matchups for this week. Just gonna kind of do this every week. Just something for me to do. Post it to you guys if you guys care to see what I think about your games. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Who you picked, if you want to upload your picks. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, any bold predictions. Just something to add to the league instead of just playing fantasy football every week with some smack talk. Something else to look forward to. Alright guys, yeah, I'm repping Vince Young jersey. I'm a longtime fan. Been best friends with him since we were in kindergarten. Good friend of mine. Later.